Are you guys excited, man? I'm so freaking pumped for Nvidia's earnings this week. It's the most important earnings report by far, and I love how it's after all the big tech, the other big tech earnings like Apple, Amazon, Google. It's awesome how it's at the end, and it's like the cherry on top of earnings season. And in this video, we're going to break down the charts, what I'm doing, the estimates from analysts, and of course, we're going to break down China, as China is a major catalyst for Nvidia here moving forward. And we all know that, their CEO, President Trump, Xi Jinping, there's been a lot of discussions going on. They actually met recently. So we're going to break down not only the estimates, again, the charts, everything, but we're going to break down China as well, as that is, a big driver here in the company, right? That maybe it's not fully priced in. China's not fully priced into Nvidia yet, in my opinion. We'll cover all that in this video. Hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, join my Patreon for my portfolio updates, and if you want to be a part of my private Discord plus more, that's linked down below, pinned in the comments, or guys, go to stasurfest.com/Patreon. And now let's dive into the video. So objectively, Nvidia got a bit ahead of itself on Thursday, on Friday, as the stock got to $241 a share. I think that was actually after the bell on, was that on Thursday? Either way, it got too overbought. It got a little excited. I mean, look, just about a month and a half ago, Nvidia was at $160, so we ran up literally 50% from 160 to 240. That's $80 a share, right? And it just got too hot. And just in the last 10 days alone, it was up from 195 to 241. We're talking a 22% move, right? So we got a pullback on Friday, and rightfully so. We're coming right down towards this 50 moving average, which is a very healthy support for the stock. And, it's always better, in my opinion, to not be priced to perfection heading into earnings. Even if you're a beast of a company like Nvidia, where we know they're going to beat earnings, we know they're going to crush guidance, it's still better, in my eyes, not to be priced to perfection. So now that we're pulling back, a healthy pullback at that, it's arguably opening up a nice opportunity to get in before earnings. Do your own research, trade at your own risk, guys. But it's also setting up for a potential pop after earnings if they're great, if guidance is phenomenal, which I think it will be. But then again, to play devil's advocate, like we've said before, Nvidia does sell off after earnings. We've seen it happen before, but this time could be different. With the current AI environment we're in, everything's been going parabolic. Something tells me, it might not see a similar sell-off like we've seen before. I mean, we're seeing a clean-cut structural breakout. We've covered the technicals, at will here on this channel, guys. Non-stop, we talk about it, right? And we can see last time we consolidated and broke out of a previous all-time high back, about a year ago, we had a 40% run to our new all-time high. And now, we're seeing a similar multi-month consolidation breakout playing out, and we've only run up about, as of now, 5, 6, 7% from all-time highs, the previous all-time high. So I think we're early on in the breakout, right? Like I've been saying, I'm going to say that again, and I think there's more upside here. Whether, it pulls back to 210, 205, 215, if it doesn't pull back, whatever. We can penny pinch these little $5, $10 moves, but at the end of the day, this is fully breaking out. Whether it's you buy it at 210, 205, 215, it pulls back more, it doesn't pull back. I think we're going to 300, and you can't penny pinch too much here, in my opinion, on the stock price in the short term, because again, it's a structural breakout. We're only a couple percentage points above the previous all-time high, and I think what's happening now is what we saw last year, where again, we broke out of that previous high, and we ran like no other. So I think Nvidia is setting up very nicely heading into the print right now. And by the way, for the two people that don't know, Nvidia's earnings are on Wednesday, so gear up for that. And of course, we'll make a bunch of videos throughout the week. I mean, this is not going to be my only NVIDIA video until earnings, so make sure you guys subscribe. Stay tuned. We're going to break down the price action throughout the week. So as of right now, NVIDIA is trading just over a $5 trillion market cap. I think we hit about five. I forget the high. Either way, now we're at $5.23 trillion with a trailing PE of a 44 heading into earnings. Not bad. Very good, actually. If you look at that forward PE as well, it's a 26 forward PE. Think about that, guys. For a company that's growing as much as Nvidia is growing, a 26 forward PE, if you believe those forward estimates, that is ridiculous, right? And if you look here, we can see based on analyst recommendations and price targets, we're actually under the average price target on the street. The average is 272. And we're currently at 225, with the high being $380 per share. Think about that, guys. Think about that. Insane. With the analyst saying we have 48 buy ratings as of May. We have 10 strong buy ratings with what? One hold, one sell rating, if that. No sell ratings, actually. It looks like we have a hold and an underperform. No sell ratings as of now. And recently we had TD Cowen, it looks like here, or Cohen, whatever. TD, they actually maintained their buy rating, and they raised their price target from 235 to 275. Think about that. Insane. And we can see all these different firms here. We have Rosenblatt, Piper Sandler, Raymond James. They all have positive ratings, outperform, overweight, buy ratings with high price targets, 300, 350, 323. You know, the lowest on this page is Argus Research with a 220 price target, which, I mean, that's where we are now. I think we're going higher. I disagree. But do I think a 380 price target is too bullish, right? I mean, for a 12-month, maybe a little too bullish. But, you know, I'm right around that 275, 300 on the 12-month side. And all these price targets are 12-month price targets, right? So yeah, that's where we're at when it comes to the analysts here. Of course, take their opinion with a grain of salt. Same with anybody's opinion, quite frankly. And if you look at the actual numbers here, before we talk about China a little bit, analysts have them doing just under $80 billion of revenue on average, and I think they're going to crush $80 billion. Quite frankly, I think we're coming in over $80 billion. What do you guys think? And that's compared to last year's $44 billion number. We're expecting growth of 80% year over year, guys. 80%. Think about that. On EPS, the average estimate is $1.78 versus 81 cents a year ago. So EPS is going to grow more than 100% year over year, and revenue is pretty freaking close. It's going to be 80%, anywhere from 75 to 85% up year over year, which is, I mean, come on, that is insane, right? And when it comes to China, China is very important here, guys, because it's a massive market for AI chips, for Nvidia, for everything. It's a huge market in the when you're looking at the global economy, you know what I mean? And President Trump, alongside representatives from Micron, Qualcomm, and Nvidia, all aborted the Air Force One a few days ago to actually take a trip over to China and nurse the rocky trade relationship between the two countries. And from that trip, America was hoping to trade some AI chips with China, but not quite enough for it to take the lead in the AI space race, which you guys know, the AI race is real. It's here. It's been here. And China and the U.S. are going at it. And we don't necessarily want to give them, the newest, brightest, best AI chips, but we are willing to give them, the H200s, right? Some other, the lower tier chips, in other words, to keep it in layman's terms, right? And the United States approved the sale of Nvidia's second best AI chip, the H200, to 10 Chinese firms yesterday, right? We can see here this would total 75,000 units each, and maybe not yesterday, but a couple days ago, whatever. It was recently, but this article was written a couple days ago. And this would total 75,000 units each, and as reported by Bloomberg, Trump said on Friday that China has not yet approved this deal from its end because they chose not to. They want to develop their own. And I'm sure ultimately they'll accept this deal. They'll start selling some Nvidia chips because even their older gen chips, right, are better than what China has to offer, right, based on what I'm seeing. So eventually China is going to give in on that, but we are seeing that the U.S., again, approved the sale of these Nvidia second-hand or second-best AI chips to 10 Chinese firms a couple of days ago. That's a good sign, you know. And despite this declaration, Trump does not, or does say that the conversation came up and he reckons something could happen on that, you know, which is good. That's promising to hear. And Trump has not yet elaborated on what this means, what could happen, or how those talks went. However, Trump has reportedly been chatting to Chinese president about what guardrails could be implemented on this tech going forward. And when asked about what kind of guardrails these would be, Trump reportedly said standard guardrails that we talk about all the time, whatever the heck that means. And notably, China reportedly approved the import of H200 GPUs just a few months ago, but the U.S. government puts caps. They put caps on how many could be sent to the region. And it's been a rather tumultuous time, obviously, for the two entities, with both banning, unbanning, taxing, and untaxing the AI chips. The back and forth has been insane, right? And of course, Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang has historically been very pro-trade when it comes to AI tech in China. And when Nvidia effectively left the Chinese market due to import bans imposed late last year, Huang argued it's important to be mindful that what harms China could oftentimes also harm America. So, guys, if China accepts these H200 or this H200 deal, you know, this is going to be big for Nvidia. And I think ultimately they will, and more of these H200s will be sold in China to many firms. And I get it. China wants their AI tech to be dominant in China, their chips to be used, but Nvidia is just that good. Even their older gen chips are better than what China has to offer, and it's almost like China has no choice. They have no choice but to accept the H200 deal, bring those chips back into the country because they're better than what they have, right? And they want to be competitive in this AI race. So what are they going to do? Use subpar chips? Wait till their chip manufacturing companies, get a lot more advanced. That takes a long time. By then, they'll be even more behind in this AI race. So what are they going to do? What are they going to do? It all comes back down to Nvidia. Nvidia ends up winning and having the last laugh here because they're the best tech. Even their older chips are better than what China has to offer. So in my opinion, man, it's only a matter of time before Nvidia starts making so much money, more money from China, right? And all that, I don't know if it's priced in. I don't know if that's priced into the stock yet. And, you know, if we get a re-rating here in the next couple of quarters, maybe the next year or two, right? Who knows how much higher Nvidia could go with a full-blown Chinese market purchasing their older gen chips. I mean, it's going to be nuts. And I think that, again, is not being priced in fully right now. And, you know, that could send the stock to 300 plus for that matter. So what do you guys think? I mean, I'm excited. It's my second largest holding. You know, I was pounding the table a couple of weeks ago at 160. You know, I was pounding the table about a year and a half ago, not even, about a year and a month ago when the stock was at $80. I was saying, guys, it's the best deal right now in the market. best stock to get in. And sure, there are other stocks that have gone up a lot more, right? But when it comes to a safe, quote unquote safe, not every stock, or not, no stock's really 100% safe, obviously. But when it comes to as surefire as a bet as you could have made, Nvidia in the 80s, 90s, back about a year ago, was just that, as surefire of a bet as you can make. And I was saying the same thing at 160, and here we are at 225, and I'll be saying the same thing probably when it rips and then pulls back again. It's just one of those companies, one of those stocks. So guys, keep your eyes on China. Keep your eyes on the earnings call. A lot's going to come out of that earnings call. And, if we get more positive insight around China, that could be the key driver in the stock here. I'm excited. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe and join my Patreon for my portfolio updates, my trades, my investments. You guys see all the options moves I'm making, and we chat in the Discord all day. So check it out. Link down below, pinned in the comments, or go to stocksurfs.com/Patreon. And with that being said, cheers. I'll see you all in the next video.